understand what I'm talking about. But I would say the majority of you, your head would start swimming if I tried to explain what each one of those views meant. And the thing about this, let me tell you this real quick, and I'll move on. The thing that bothers me is that if I sat there and I told you that I am a preterist, or I am an amillennialist, or I'm a pre-trib, historical trib, or whatever, if I identify myself, then automatically you assign to me what my views are supposed to be like. Because I said I'm this way. It'd be like, and this, I hope this is a okay illustration for you. It'd be like somebody saying, I am a Democrat. And then you say, well, if you're a Democrat, you're for abortion. No, let me tell you what, you could be a Democrat and be against abortion. If I said I was a Republican, I said, well, you're for closing the border. I still believe that people have human rights. Just because we identify in one camp or one group does not mean that we embrace everything that there is of that viewpoint. We are individuals and we can think for ourselves of what we believe. So I'm not going to say I'm this way or the other. I'm just going to tell you what I see. And then you have to decide what you believe. The one thing that I love the most before God called me here is that y'all asked the question about my view of end times. And I told you that W.A. Criswell was a dispensationalist pre-trib. I mentioned that Herschel Hobbs was an amillennialist. And I said both men are great men of God, but one of them is going to be wrong. And it was my way of saying, look, I'm not going to say you're right or wrong because you follow Jesus. It's whether you have Jesus in your heart that matters. That's the most important thing. So, for me, as I look at Daniel, there's two ways that you can look at it. Now, you're saying, well, you just mentioned several. No, there's really only two ways in which you can approach the interpretation of prophecy. It's real simple. Either you're going to interpret prophecy and see things through a spiritual interpretation, or you're going to look at prophecy in a